Ever wondered how the t-shirt, a staple in our wardrobes today, came to be? The tale begins in the mid to late 19th century, a time of significant societal change. The Victorian dress reform movement, led by women, sought to challenge the restrictive and impractical clothing of the era. Their efforts led to the invention of the union suit, a snug-fitting, one-piece undergarment for men. This practical garment gained popularity across the United States. However, as we approached the end of the 19th century, this one piece evolved, separating into a top and a bottom. The top, a simple garment with a round collar and short sleeves, was the first prototype of what we now know as the t-shirt. But don't be mistaken, it was not yet the casual outerwear we're familiar with today. It was considered underwear, a part of a complete set of undergarments. By the end of the 19th century, the t-shirt was born, but it still had a long journey ahead. The t-shirt didn't start as a fashion staple. In fact, its roots are deeply embedded in the military. In the dawn of the 20th century, specifically in 1913, the US military adopted the t-shirt as the standard undergarment for its soldiers. This marked the t-shirt's departure from its humble beginnings as a part of the Union suit. Its simple design, characterized by a round collar, short sleeves, and a white color made from breathable cotton fabric, was not only practical but also comfortable. However, the t-shirt's journey into the limelight began during World War I. Over the course of this global conflict, 4 million American soldiers found the t-shirt to be a reliable part of their daily uniform. In the demanding conditions of the war, some soldiers even wore their t-shirts as outerwear. This period marked a significant shift in the t-shirt's narrative. The military set the stage for the t-shirt's transition from an undergarment to a daily wear item. Post-war America witnessed a shift in the t-shirt's role, from a hidden layer to a visible one. The t-shirt, once a military undergarment, began to make its way into the wardrobes of veterans who had grown accustomed to the comfort and practicality of the humble t-shirt during their service years. They continued wearing it in their civilian lives, marking the start of the t-shirt's transformation into everyday wear. Around the same time, workers in various industries, from farming to manufacturing, discovered the t-shirt's utility as a lightweight, breathable work garment. This marked another significant step in the evolution of the t-shirt from an undergarment to outerwear. Meanwhile, the t-shirt was making inroads into American universities and sports fields. Athletes started wearing t-shirts for their training sessions and games, appreciating the garment's ease of movement and comfort. College students followed suit, adopting the t-shirt as a symbol of relaxed, casual style. By the 1940s, the t-shirt was on its way to becoming an outerwear staple. The t-shirt's journey from an undergarment to a fashion icon was nothing short of a Hollywood movie. As World War II ended, the t-shirt began to lose its status as an invisible undergarment. The 16 million American soldiers, now veterans, brought their habit of wearing t-shirts casually into the civilian world. From the bustling streets of New York City to the sun-soaked beaches of California, the t-shirt was no longer confined to the realms of the military and athletic fields. It was now a part of everyday life, but the t-shirt was not just a piece of clothing. It became a canvas, a platform for self-expression. In the late 1940s, t-shirts started to carry political slogans and graphic designs, making a statement about the wearer's beliefs and affiliations. The t-shirt was no longer a silent garment. It had found its voice. However, the real turning point in the t-shirt's journey to iconic status was its adoption by the world of film and entertainment. The silver screen became the biggest runway, and the t-shirt, the star. In 1951, Marlon Brando donned a tight-fitting white t-shirt in A Streetcar Named Desire, causing a sensation. The t-shirt perfectly encapsulated Brando's raw charisma and rebellious spirit. His portrayal was so compelling, so magnetic, that it led to a spike in t-shirt sales. Suddenly, everyone wanted to look like Brando. Just 4 years later, in 1955, James Dean wore a simple white t-shirt in Rebel Without a Cause. His brooding, misunderstood character, combined with his effortless style, made the t-shirt synonymous with a new kind of cool, the rebellious youth. The t-shirt had officially arrived. It was no longer just an undergarment or a casual piece of clothing. It was a fashion statement. It was a symbol of rebellion, of youth, of freedom. It was a canvas for self-expression, a tool for communication, a wearable piece of art. From a humble undergarment to a beloved fashion staple, the t-shirt has truly conquered the world.